Drawing this winter landscape in Procreate is easier than you think, and I'm going to show you exactly step by step how you can do it, even if you're a beginner in digital art and Procreate. Before you start, make sure to download the color palette and that you have all my free brushes. Everything is linked in the description of this video. And if you enjoyed this video and like to get more step-by-step tutorials like this, learn how to draw in different styles and techniques, make sure to check out my Patreon. I add their new video every week. Link is in the description. So now with all that being said, grab your drawing tools, relax, and let's start. Let's make a new canvas, A4 canvas from Procreate. And first we can draw here some trees. Let's pick the color for them. Take color number 1. And let's pick a brush. We can do it easily and quickly by using here some stem brushes. Let's go to siakulaart freebies brushes and take this one, 2 different sizes. With the brush size 47, we can just stamp them somewhere here about this height on the canvas. And then make sure you will stamp here the bottom part, so this is all dark over here. Now we are going to draw here mountains behind those trees. So for this we are going to make a new layer. Let's tap here on this plus and move it under the trees. The mountains will be behind the trees. Let's pick the color for them. Take color number 2. And let's change the brush. Let's go to my siakulaart special brushes and take here this universal brush. Let's make the brush size about 29 and just simply draw here mountain shape like this. To make this mountain look now more like a mountain, we can add here some lights on it. We can set this layer here as alpha lock. So let's tap over here and pick alpha lock. And this means that now we can draw only on this shape. And we can pick here color. Let's take color number 3. Let's make the brush size a little bit smaller, maybe 12%. And we can draw now here on top of the mountain some kind of shapes like this. It doesn't have to be anything precise. We're just adding here some kind of light on this mountain. And this way it will get here some more shape. Okay, so draw here some kind of shapes like this. And this already looks better, but we can add here still one more color to make it even brighter. Let's take color number 4. And just add it maybe somewhere more in this part, on top of the other shapes, like that, okay? Let's make the brush size smaller, maybe 4%, 5%. So you can be here maybe more precise. Okay, like this is enough. The mountains are finished. Now we can draw the sky. So for the sky, we're going to make a new layer. And we're going to put it under the mountains, over here. Let's pick first color for the sky. Take color number 5. We can make the brush size quite big, maybe about 79%. and just color here the bottom part of the sky like this. Okay, now let's add here another color, color number 6, and add it like that. Okay, maybe I'll add some more of that orange actually over here. So I'll go back to color number 5, make it like this. And one more color for the sky, color number 7. Let's add it over here. And then we can add here still color number 8. Let's add it here right on top, just like that, okay? We are going to blend those colors together now. For this, we can go to the adjustments and take your Gaussian blur. Swipe your pencil on the screen to add the blur size. And let's make it here about 45%. Okay? Stop here to finish this. And now we can draw here some simple clouds. Let's take color number 5. We can make the brush size smaller, maybe 17. And just add here some kind of cloudy shape, some kind of wiggly shape like this at the bottom part here of the sky. Doesn't have to be anything precise. Maybe I'll make the brush size even smaller, 9%. Like this. That's enough. Now let's take next color, color number 6. We can add here some clouds in this color higher. Okay. And now we can actually use our finger over here and grab this color from the sky like this and just drag it out here, a few clouds in this color. So kind of like that, smudge this color down here, creating here a cloud. Okay, like this will be enough. And now let's take a small break, and I would like to ask you to write a comment, I can draw this. It would mean a lot to me, I would know that you enjoyed this video, and I could see who is watching me, so thank you for doing that. And now let's go back to drawing. Now we can add here our land here in front of the trees. So for this, let's make a new layer on top of the trees. Let's pick the color, take color number 9, and just draw here on top of the trees a land, like that. Let's color the bottom part of it, so just drag and drop the color in here. We can now add here some kind of shadows on this land. For this, we can make a new layer on top of this one, and we are going to set it here as clipping mask. Let's tap here and pick clipping mask. So this means that now whatever we are going to draw on this layer will be visible on the layer that is underneath, and only there. Let's pick the color, take color number 10, and first here at the bottom we can mark this land over here like that. This is where the road will be. Okay, let's just color here this whole bottom part. We can add here now some kind of lines coming out of it, so this is not like so perfect. Just like that. And then we can add here some kind of shadows here on this mountain, on this hill I should say. Like that. And then over here we'll have a little place for our house. It will be in a shadow. So let's draw here a shape like that. Okay. And then somewhere in between those shapes over here, we'll still have here some kind of, let's say, a fence. So we can just mark here this like that for now. Just some lines. Maybe something over here. Okay, I think like this is fine. And now we can still add here some smaller little shapes. Let's make the brush size smaller, maybe 3%. And just add here just few little spots like this. Okay, I think like this is fine. So now let's add here one more color to those shadows. So we are going to set this layer here as alpha lock. Let's tap here and pick alpha lock. So now we can just draw only on those shapes that we have on this layer. Let's pick the color. Take color number 11. And we can just mark here some parts of it in this lighter color. Not too much, I would say, just a little bit. Let's add this here to this top part of this shape. Maybe those lines can be in this lighter color. And this one. I think like this is enough. Okay. Now we can add here some kind of fence somewhere over here. For this, we can make a new layer on top of this one. We can change the color. Let's take color number 12. We can keep your brush size quite small, 2%. And just draw here some kind of vertical lines like this, creating this kind of fence over here. This doesn't have to be really like separated evenly. We're just adding here some kind of elements sticking up from the snow. So just draw them like this. And now we can add here a few lines going across. I would say like this is enough. And now on the same layer, maybe we can still add few darker spots on the snow. Let's change color for this. Take color number 13. And just in few spots, we can just draw here some smaller little lines on the snow. Just like that. Maybe there are some stones sticking up here. Maybe some kind of grass. It's nothing precise. Okay, I think that's enough. So now let's draw here our fence and grass in the foreground. Let's make a new layer for this. Let's pick the color. Take color number 14. We can make the brush size now a little bit bigger, maybe 5%. And we can draw here some kind of vertical lines along this shape over here, more or less. So this will be like a fence over here. As you can see, I'm drawing this very, very loosely, like this. Now we can connect those here with horizontal lines. Okay. I'm going to maybe move it up a little bit. I'll take arrow tool, and with the uniform option selected and snapping turned on, I'll just move it up just a tiny bit, like this. Okay. And now let's mark here where the grass will start. There'll be some grass over here, like that. And here will be some kind of road. So maybe let's add here some little spots on this road, like that. Okay, and now let's draw the grass. So we can just draw it here like this. Let's make the brush size smaller, 2%, and just draw some grass strands like this. Okay, or if you want, you can use one of my brushes. I'm going to do that. This one comes from my siakulaart landscape brush set. If you are interested in it, it will be linked in the description of this video. So I'm going to go here to siakulaart grass and flowers, and I'll use this one, grass block 2. Okay, with the brush size 16, I can easily and quickly just create here some kind of grass like that. Maybe over here closer, I'll make the brush size a little bigger, 19, and just stamp here some grass. Okay, so like this. Now I'm going to go back to the universal brush, so siakulaart Special and Universal, and I can just make the brush size bigger, 7, and just fix here this bottom part of the grass, so it looks nicer, like that. And then we can add here some small strands in the light color, in between those dark grass strands. So let's take this color, we can just grab it here from the canvas, like this. Hold your finger on the screen to grab this color. And now let's make the brush size small, 2. And let's add here maybe 1%. And let's add here some kind of small grass strands over here. So you should have something like this now. Okay, now we can draw the house, and later we can come back here to this part with the shadows on the land and add here still maybe some more light over here and some deeper shadows in few places. But that in the end. So for the house, let's make a new layer on top of this one. And let's pick the color. Let's take color number 15. Somewhere over here we can draw a shape for the house. First we're going to draw this one side of the house. So like this, let's color this inside. Oops, my shape was not close. I can't really see much on this dark color. Okay. Don't worry, this is all like kind of wonky. It's fine. Especially here the bottom part, because we're going to still erase here some part of it. Okay. And now this side of the house will be in a different color. Let's take color number 16. So this one, maybe I'll turn off those trees for a second because I can't see much over here. Okay, that's better. So this one we can draw here now like this. Let's color this inside. Right away, we can add here some kind of shadow from the roof on this. Let's pick the color. It will be color number 21. Let's color with it the top part of the house, of the wall. Okay. And now let's draw the roof. So let's change the color. Let's take color number 10. And we can just draw it here like that. This would be like a very simple house, kind of like a child would draw it. Like this. Let's color this inside. Right away, we can add here some kind of lighter snow on this. For this, we have color number 22. I'll make the brush size bigger for this, maybe 4%. And we can just add this here like that. Doesn't have to be anything precise, just on this side. Maybe there's some light on this house over here, okay? Tiny bit over here. And here. Okay, now let's add here some kind of chimneys. So for this, we'll take color number 17. Let's make the brush size smaller again, 2%. And just draw here just some kind of 2 vertical lines like this. Nothing precise. Now let's draw windows. Let's take color number 18. We can draw here this one like that. Okay, this is nothing really precise. And now another color, color number 19. And we can draw more windows on this side. With the same color, we can add here some more dimension to these ones. Some kind of light in there. Okay. And now let's add here another color, color number 20. For some brighter light in those windows over here. So just draw on top of those shapes. Just like that. Okay. This is just some kind of scribblings. But if you zoom out, it actually looks nice. Now I notice I have to fix this just a little bit. So I'll grab this color over here and make it just straighter because it was not very straight. So if you have to, you can also zoom out, zoom in and see how this looks and adjust it. Make sure that your windows are vertical. And now we can erase some part of it at the bottom to make it look like the snow here is actually kind of covering the house. So let's take the eraser, let's tap on it again, and we can set it really to any kind of brush. I have now here Studio Pen from Inking. With the brush size 76, we can now just erase here the bottom part of this house a little bit, so it looks like it's covered in snow. Okay, like maybe it's more behind this hill. And also I'm just going to fix here this angle of the roof a little bit. So it looks better. Okay, I like it now. And also I'll make this more like that, so there's more perspective into this. I think this looks better now. So when you're happy with your house, we can bring back our trees. Let's open the layers, tap over here, and the trees are back. So now let's add here some extra shadows on those shadows on the snow already. To do it, we're going to make a new layer on top of them. Over here, let's make a new layer. We can also set this layer here as clipping mask. And we're going to change blending mode of this to multiply. So tap here and pick multiply. Let's take color of the snow, this one, color number 10. We have our universal brush. Let's make the brush size maybe 5%. And we can just add here some kind of shadows behind this house like that. And don't worry, this is maybe too dark now. We can turn down the opacity of this layer so it will be more subtle. We can now add this color here all over the snow to make it more interesting. Okay, like that. Maybe a little bit here too. We can add some of this color here also at the bottom. A little bit here. Maybe some of it here. I think that's enough. Let's turn down the opacity of this. I'll make here the opacity 37%. Okay. And now let's go back here to this layer with the shadows on the snow. And we can still add here just a little bit of lighter color in this part. So let's take color number 11 and just add here a few smaller shapes. I think like this is nice now. Maybe also over here just a little bit. And now this illustration is finished. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you can share your drawing with me on Instagram. I would love to see it. And if you had fun drawing this with me and would like to draw more, make sure to check out my Patreon. I add their new video every week. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!